So before I begin, I would like to ask you to all think about some animated movies that you enjoy to watch. Those movies can only be created by multimedia artists who can also be animators. And I'm going to talk to you about who a multimedia artist is and what they do, and maybe even how to become one. So a multimedia artist is someone who will help create things such as movies. Some people will ask how to become one, who they are, and what they do. A multimedia artist specifically will create images such as special effects and animations using things such as computers or other electronic tools and media. They use these in products and creations such as, like I said, computer games, movies, music videos, and commercials. So just like other careers, a multimedia artist has duties and responsibilities, even though their job may seem easy and fun. A multimedia artist has to be precise and pay attention to detail, because details are everything in the art world. They have to be able to communicate with each other and their boss so that they know what to do and when it needs to be done. They also need to have technical skills so that they can work with the computer technology where most of their work is done. They also need to have art skills, as they are also artists. A flexible schedule is also recommended so that they can be able to meet deadlines unless something very important comes up, such as something that has to do with family. So before I was able to figure out what career I was going to do, I had to first figure out what career clusters I was in so I could narrow down what my career was going to be. So using career cruising, I was able to figure out that my top two career clusters were going to be arts, AV technology and communications, and information technology. Using these career clusters, I was able to figure out that my top three careers were going to be animator, artist, and writer. Now, opportunity cost is your next best alternative or your second choice. My opportunity cost for my career was being a writer, because by being a multimedia artist, I could be both an animator and an artist. Most multimedia artists are animators, but a multimedia artist can still create a standstill image using a computer. Opportunity cost also went into my budgeting, which I will talk about in a moment. So there's also trade-offs when talking about your career. A trade-off is when you give something up to get something better. My trade-offs were being alone for having a roommate, because I prefer to be alone. I do not work with people well sometimes. My second trade-off was putting extra money into savings for an unlimited data plan so that I could be able to stay in better contact with my coworkers and my boss. And my third trade-off was putting extra money in savings for cats, because cats have been a very big and important part of my life, and I'm not sure what I could do without living with a cat. So there are many different factors that will go into budgeting. These factors are important because even the little things such as buying food for your pet or a new toaster will affect your budget, sometimes drastically. So in my pie chart, you can see the relationship of one area to another. For example, I put more money into taxes than anything else. It shows the relationship of how much I put in taxes to something that's discretionary, which is 14%. This will help you figure out what you're paying most on and possibly in relationship to others. So on my spreadsheet, there is multiple aspects of it. You have the budgeting item, which is what I need to pay for. You also have what my estimate was, what my mom's estimate was, and what I'm actually paying for that item. My rationale will explain why I'm paying for that and also why I'm paying that much. It also explains what I am, what my yearly salary is, and where I'm living. And at this time, for my career unit, I am living in Wichita, Kansas with a yearly salary of $35,000 that evens out to $2,916.67 per month. So, let me talk about making my mark. So, when you interact with someone, you make an impression or mark on them. As you interact with more people, you start to change that mark into more of a reputation or a legacy. I want to make my mark by creating animations that different people around the world will enjoy, both from age differences to racial differences. I want to be able to do this because it combines my passions. I enjoy working on my computer and I enjoy creating art. This is how I want to be remembered because I want to be known as someone who helps others in this way. And this picture shows different things that I like to do on my computer in my spare time. Now, let me show you something. So this icon right here stands for the animation program that I'm going to be using called Blender. And I can actually pull it up on my computer for you. So Blender can be used to figure out and create different animations. This is actually the starting out scene that you will start with, and then you can create different default scenes, such as I created a default Minecraft animation scene because I will particularly be creating Minecraft animations because I know the game well. So, now let me tell you something. So, there are both positives and negatives about being a multimedia artist. This comes with any career. My positives of being a multimedia artist is that I am paid to be creative. I am able to create new characters and new scenes. My second positive incentive is that I have a choice of being self-employed or employed to a company, which is something that you often do not get with most careers. And I also can have a flexible schedule if I am self-employed. Now, there are both good things and bad things about being a multimedia artist. Some negative incentives about being a multimedia artist is that if I am employed, then I may have to work extra hours and on weekends to meet a deadline. If I am self-employed, then I would have to buy all the equipment that I would need for myself, which will add up fast. And also, if I am self-employed, I would need to find my own clients that may create unstable pay and additional stress. So for my education, there are multiple options, just like there are for employment. There are different things that you can do. For example, if you want to be employed, you may want to get a bachelor's degree. If you are going to be self-employed, then you can get a bachelor's degree, or you can just go right into it. A bachelor's degree would allow you to understand the technology better. And then these are some pictures that I would like to show you because I believe that they are a representation of a multimedia artist. And my citations are on the screen. These are my websites and the articles that I chose because these are where I found my information, such as what exactly a multimedia artist does. And my articles do go into deeper detail about this. This is important to me because it is what I want to do and what I like to do. And I want you to think about what is important to you and why. Thank you.